Welcome to the Weekly A-List, where we give you some insights into some of the week's biggest news stories. Hi, I'm your host, John Leto. Today I'm with my special guest, Mr. Donald Trump. One of the big controversies in the current election is the fact that Mr. Trump and Russian leader Vladimir Putin seem to be locked in a mutual admiration society. Both Mr. Trump and Mr. Putin repeatedly praise each other. This seems troubling because Mr. Putin, among other things, is linked to potential hacking of the Democratic National Convention servers. And there's talk that Mr. Putin might even try to influence the election to get Mr. Trump elected. Mr. Trump, how do you respond to these allegations?
Well, first let me say what a pleasure it is for you to have me on this show. I know I used to be a TV star myself. The show was called The Apprentice. It was fantastic. It was much better the show than yours, in fact. And my show was #1, as it always is. Nobody does television better than I do.
Well, saying your show was better than mine really isn't saying very much. Your show was produced by a real network. Our studio is just a kid with a cell phone in a dark alley. The studio cafeteria is a dumpster.
Really? Well, you seem like a really nice guy. And I tell you, I'm going to personally give you $25,000 out of my own pocket so you can upgrade to a studio.
Really? That's wonderful. You mean you're going to give me the money right now?
Well, I didn't say now. I'm going to do what I always do. I'll wait for a rich donor to make a donation to the Trump Foundation. Then I'll use that money to buy myself a new car or something if there's anything left over. And if there's anything left over, I'll give you some of it and then take the credit for being a philanthropist.
Isn't that breaking the law?
Look, okay, nobody knows breaking the law more than I do. Okay? That's why I alone am the man who can fix the law.
Okay, let's just get back on topic, because we have to finish up soon. They'll be serving lunch in the cafeteria. Lunch. All right, so Mr. Trump, let me just ask you directly. Is there a bromance going on between you and Vladimir Putin?
Absolutely not.
Well, then how would you explain your relationship?
He was more like a Russian czar with a fancy car. I said, don't mind, but what do you mean? I am the one who will be the great king of the world. He said, I am the one who will be the great king of the world. He told me his name was Vladimir as he came right here. Then every head turned with eyes that feared of being the one who will be the next country to fall. Ivanka always told me, be careful what you do and don't hang around with dictators. Melania always told me, be careful where you bond, be careful what you do, cause elections become the coup. Hey. Well, Putin V is not my bromance. He's just a czar who claims that I should be king. But he gave me no ring. He says I should be king. But he gave me no ring. For 15 months and the primaries he stood by me. But who can run when it's so much fun? His schemes and plans to make me the great king of the world. So make sure you stand tall. Just remember to build a big wall. He told the Ukraine he'd soon attack, but he'd have my back. Then leaked some email. Miss Clinton cried my server's been hacked. Cause he said he'd make me king. Ivanka always told me, be careful what you do. Don't hang around with dictators. But he came and stood right by me with the smell of his sweet nukes. This happened much too fast. I saw the nukes go blast. Hey, hey. Well, Putin V is not my bromance. He's just a czar who claims that I should be king, but he gave me no ring. Putin V is not my bromance. He's just a czar who claims that I should be king, but he gave me no ring. Says I should be king, but he gave me no ring. Нет. Да. Нет. Нет. I should be king, but he gave me no ring. Putin V is not my bromance. Putin V is not my bromance. Putin V is not my bromance. Putin V is not my romance.
I hope this settles the issue. I have nothing whatsoever to do with Vladimir Putin or Russia.
Yeah, that certainly sounded like no Russian connection whatsoever.
Da, yes.
All right, well, yeah, this is John with my special guest, Donald Trump, saying good night, and thanks for watching.
После ноября я буду твой новый зал. До свидания, я Дональд Трамп.
He was more like a Russian czar.